Hello, hello, my artsy friends. It's been a long time. And I do have a squeaky chair in here, so if you hear it, just try to ignore it. This has nothing to do with what I'm about to show you, but I figured it was better than a blank page in the very beginning. And I'm in my office, so there's traffic going by if you hear it. I've been working on something, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Let's see, I think this is the first one, so it will help you, and you'll see some little burn marks. I cut these on my laser machine, but it is stencils with some of my girls' faces on it. I'm calling them pencil stencils because they just fit a pencilette in here. This is a 0.7 mechanical pencil, and I'll show you how you can use them. So you just put your pencil in and trace all of these lines, and then you can have a face. You can not trace the hair if you don't want that type of hair. Just use the eyes if you want to put the eyes on something you've already drawn. I think they'll be very versatile, not very. Anywho, y'all, it's been a long time, huh? I've still been creating, but just not in my art journals like I'd like to. I have my studio here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I've been making a lot of wood door hangers, stuff like that, because it sells. I do miss my art journaling though, so bad. That truly is my passion. I love creating, period, but anywho, I think I got everything traced out, but I'll show you these parts in a minute. But see, now you can have one of my faces, and all you do with this, if you want to keep the hair, you can. Like I said, if not, that's okay too. Just close up these lines, and I just do a sketchy bit because I'm gonna take my blending stump here and connect everything. And you don't even have to add this line here if you don't want it. And the top lips I usually fill in dark. Oops, I forgot that little line right here. Crease in the eye. And the pupils I just color in. And I leave this little part here open for a little highlight in her eye. So I'll just darken everything in it needs to be. Hopefully the shadow's not too terrible. I'll get back in my rhythm maybe if I want to try to make time to do videos and to just take time to play and just record it. I get so many people asking questions. Are you okay? Where you been? And this line down here, you guys, I didn't put it down here, but you can make one, you know, way up here if you want, or down here. That's kind of open for you to decide. And these areas that I'm scribbling in right here are ones that I normally just shade in. So I take my handy dandy blending stick and just blend. And I usually put it around, and I'm gonna have to open that back up. I just shaded it all in, the little highlight part. And I've gotten to where I'm pretty haphazard about, I'm not as much of a neat freak as I used to be. And I think it takes a while to loosen up. And this paper, I was using a different one yesterday and it didn't come out as dark. Let me see. This is not my usual. I have a little, a small eraser somewhere, one of the Tombow ones, because this is not going to do what I want it to do. Let me try the pencil eraser. It's a little bit better. I don't know what lead I got in this pencil, but on this particular paper it's coming out pretty good, dark. And y'all, once I get finished, I just go back around and darken in where I lost some of the lines from shading with that blending stump. And that's it. What you think? You can add color to these if you want. And if you're using this in your journal, this is made, it's a 5x7 shape, so you can fit it in a traveler's notebook. I've got one here, I think it's a wide. But see, her face will fit. You can put it half on, half off, or you know, at the edge. Or you can do it on a piece of paper, a different piece of paper, and then cut it out and glue it in. But that's that one. And I've got the lines here. They're wonky lines. I don't like them like perfectly straight. And then I put 2 different sizes of the banner pieces here. This is the picture that I put on my Instagram yesterday, was these things. And you just trace those as you want. This is the first one. So, well, let's do one more. This one will be a her on this side, that's okay. But you can, you know, connect it however. Am I in frame over here? And if you've got stamps, you can stamp the letters in here if you don't like your writing. Or you can just be sloppy like me. But see, how cutesy. That's the first one. And I think I'm gonna put these at $7 a piece plus shipping. Now the second one is this one, which I really, really love. And I'll just go ahead and trace this one out over here. Oop, I got a piece of stencil that was cut away that didn't come off. Y'all, these are my very first stencils. So I think I got all the kinks worked out of them. Because there's parts, if you don't, you know, put these spaces in here, that the stencil material will just gape open. But I think I've got all of that dealt with. There's a little method to creating stencils, and you have to kind of work backwards. Well, to me it's backwards. Did I do this one? Did I get it all? Yep. So this one has a stamp for a little side piece. And you know what, you guys? Hold on, let me show you. If you use your distress inks, and I've got one of those fuzzy makeup brushes somewhere. Could not find it, go figure. You can just ink in these things too. Even on the faces. But see how it gives you a cute little place that you can write in. Make some marks. I'll do these over here. And all I'm doing is taking this little cheapo brush and just going through it. You can do this stuff like that too. That lead, y'all, is like pretty. Look at all the smudges. It's really soft. I think on this paper now it really, it's really smudging. Anyway, there's the, and these will come out crisper if you have a better brush. But that's those ones. And you can use this on the face too. Let me see. See if you wanted to, if you didn't want to trace it off. And this is the Distress Oxide inks that I'm using over here. These will reactivate with water haven't tried that with these yet as far as reactivating it, but I got my brush over here. I'll see what it'll do. Like I said, you guys, if you just wanted to use the eyes and, you know, use them on your own, you can do that too. Either way. I'm jumping all over the place, huh? And I don't have a... There it is. Anytime I do watercolor or paints, I have a... No, that's not reactivating really good. Oh, there's a little bit. Just need more water on my brush. You can use that as a starting point and then just to shade, and then go back in and define those lines if you wanted. That's not so bad. If you took more time to be more specific, it might work even better. I hate to even use this pencil anymore, you guys, because it's like super smudgy. But anywho, you can see once that dries, the paper's still wet over there. You can define those lines if you wanted. I don't think I'm gonna put down quite as much lead. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. And this one I think is the only one I added a neck to. Like I said, you guys, if you didn't want this hair around her, you don't even have to trace that part. You can do whatever. If you wanted to add big old buns, which I personally love, and then just give her a little hair over here, you can do that too. Take my smaller blending stump here and see, because I really went everywhere with that bigger one. There, that's a little better, not quite as dark. And if you go a little lighter like this from the Giddy Up, you can use your, I mean, you can do it over the dark too, but it'll look a little dirtier. Use your watercolor paints over it too. See? See? What do you guys think? Okay, so that's the second one. And this one you can, once it's dry, you know, go over it and do the same thing if you wanted to. Exact same thing as you did here, however. Alrighty, let me cover this ink. Don't know what I did with my lid. I will grab, let's see, the next one. So that was 1, 2, I got them, I'll have them numbered on my page, and I don't remember which ones, but this is my third one, and you'll see her in a second. Let's see, I'll just trace it with the pencil since it's darker and you can see. And this 0.7 fits in here really nice. I tried to select some girls that had, the features were a little different on them, on each one. Like the eyes are definitely different on each one. The hairdos. The mouth is similar on 2 of them, but this one's different than the others. Let's see. I think I got everything. I missed this little piece right, her eye. Cool, let's see. There's that. And then, I'm not gonna close up all of the lines, but I'm gonna darken in just a little bit of it. Especially where the pupil would be. And her eyelids are a little different than the others. The shape of it is a smidge different. And if I can see if my watercolors are over here, I'll try to let you see how it looks with those two. I just think when you shade it or color it, it just is such a night and day. Get that one. I had that other eraser in here. I wasn't as prepared as I thought. You can fix these ears a little bit. I think when I traced them out, I was a little careless. And I like to shade little spots. Anywho, let me see if I do have my watercolors with me. Okay. And these are Daniel Smith ones. I forget what that one was. But anywho, I'm just gonna do a little quick, let's do some Naples yellow for the skin tone on here. And you can't, on this particular paper, this is a Dilutions journal. You can't, well, I should say, you can overwork it if you stay in one spot too much. And this is those silver black velvet brushes that I don't know if I'll ever like another one as good. They're just awesome. That's pretty wet, so I dried my brush off and then I push back into it while the brush is still, and I dried it off. Look how cute. What color hat should we do? Anybody want to do a teal? Let's do a phthalo turquoise. And this paper, it's not watercolor paper, so you do have to work quick, or you'll get a line where you stop coloring it. See, these brushes hold a good tip too, so. Let's see. Get me a puddle going over here. See how it has that line, but I'm okay with it right now because it just looks like a hard shadow. And then her eye color, I'll do them green. I have green eyes. And I'll grab a little bit of that blue. And then whatever color's on my palette for the red. Probably something I mixed a long time ago. I couldn't tell you last time I played with my watercolors. Definitely been a minute. This is indigo, so I'm gonna darken in those pupils just a smidgen. And it's still wet over here, so it's probably gonna run. Oopsie, I'm just putting some for some shadows on here too. What y'all think? I'll use a little bit of Queen Gold on her face too. That always richens everything up. That's a beauty-muss color. Just a little over here. I don't want too much because I want the sun to be on this side. Cool, cool. And if you wanted to make this hat look a little bit not so flat, let's see, what color is that? Cobalt blue, something. Let's try. Put another color blue in there for shadows. There, that deepens it up. You know, as watercolors dry, they lighten up a lot. So, depending on the paints, really, but how much. But you can just keep going back and layering in it. You know what we don't have? Cheek color. I'm gonna mix a little bit of pink with that red. Just want a faint color there. Cool, cool. What y'all think? That's her. And then the little add-ons I have with her was these little loop-de-loops over here. Not that you can't draw those yourself, but just be a quick reference if you wanted to. I love them. You can use that and then cut them out or whatever. And then again, you can use, let's try the watercolor through these things. There's a lady I follow on Instagram, Megan, I think it's her first name. She does a lot of watercolor in her stencils. This is probably going to be a hot mess though, because it's tiny holes. Even if it blurs out, I'm good with that. Ooh, cute. Cute, cute. This will work better with a little sponge. Yep, that would work if you don't stick your stuff in there. Y'all might be able to tell that my style has changed quite a bit. It's a lot more relaxed than it used to be. That just comes from playing. Anywho, I will have these up on my site by the time you see this video. They'll be $7 a piece plus shipping, or you can get all three for $20 and then only pay one shipping, because I don't think the weight of these is going to matter, you know, 1 versus 3. Anywho, I thank you for watching. Bye.